So the report is entitled Transforming Fisheries and Ocean Resources Management and Governance for Sustainability in Montserrat. Recall yesterday I indicated that I started fisheries in 2010. So the my presentation will be about what has happened over these few years, and also that will be in the paper, what has happened. So just to give you a glance of Montserrat, we are geographically located in the Eastern Caribbean. We are full um, member of CARICOM and OECS, 39 and a half miles and growing. As you know, we are volcanic by nature, and due to volcanic activities, we are down to a population of around 5,000, and we have a sea claim of 3 nautical miles. And just to give you an overview of the fisheries and oceans sector, here we have 3 nautical miles. The revised Fisheries Act of 2013 makes provision for the promotion, management, and conservation of the ocean resources. We have approximately 110 fishers, 28 active fishing vessels. Main gears being used is the bait seine, fish pots, hook and line, and gill net. Approximately 80,000 pounds of fish are caught, are landed annually. And we have an estimated value of the sector of $1.8 million. What has happened over the years is that we saw that the data collectors were only collecting data from the landing site, but the value added was never there. So through a development partner project, we were able to put an added value to it also. And as you see in number 10, the GDP contribution was estimated at 0.38. And I think that our fisheries sector is underestimated because of poor data collection. And with any fishery, as I'm hearing, there are many challenges. And some of the challenges is, as relates to the legal framework, or poor data collection and management, financing, man-made and natural disaster, loss of gears, because we have a deep shelf. What you find happen is that the gears, with any rough seas or stuff, the gears go lost, or they even get affected by the marine traffic. And these are some of the things that we are actually addressing. Also coastal development, because where the fishers were, we don't have safe harbor, and we were sharing the port authority or the commercial port facility with them. And sometimes there are many challenges, and now they're doing the new port, and when we have any rough seas or storms and stuff, the boats have to be taken out of the water. And a few years ago, an agriculture strategy and marketing plan was actually developed. And there are four main goals. And these four main goals are some of the things that we spoke about yesterday, about capacity building, developing strategic partners, restructuring of the fisheries unit, and the utilization of data and institutional framework. And again, I'll show this slide to show all the development partners who have helped us over the past years. And this is what will be presented. And I'm encouraging everyone to look out for the literature in the CRFM paper. And one of the things that we have actually done, and I mentioned it yesterday, that we want to develop a national oceans policy in collaboration with the Eastern Caribbean Regional Ocean Policy. And one of the things that, with the assistance of the Commonwealth Secretariat, we have so far developed a national draft national ocean policy, which make reference to a National Ocean Governance Committee. And this committee, basically, what they will actually do is to come together, identify issues as relates to the fisheries and ocean sector or any other sector, and then pass the information on to the policymakers to make their decision. And again, strengthening institutional reform. So one of the things that we did through the Overseas Countries Territory Association of the EU, we realized that we didn't know what was happening. So we asked for a full a review of the fisheries and ocean sector. And there were some recommendations that were made. And one of the things that we recommended is that the government of Montserrat use the recommendation as a guiding document, the framework to advance what we are doing. And also with the restructuring of the fisheries unit, many of us know that when you talk about fisheries, people see present see fisheries as just fish and catching fish, but there's more to it. And as a result, that is why we have changed the name from Fisheries Unit to Fisheries and Ocean Governance Unit. And again, our development partners, His Majesty's government, we are looking at other ways of addressing some of our ocean-related issues, getting more information as relates to mapping our ocean floor. And again, with the use of, data is always an issue, and with the use of the VMS system that many of my colleagues have been speaking about, we are moving forward in advancing our data collection and management system. And it's all based on the fact that we actually would like to have an evidence-based marine spatial plan. And with this comes a new database called Fish Scanner, where we are entering our data into this system, and also with the support of the CRFM Secretariat. And you can see there some of the results. We have started the staff development. We have actually strengthened partnership. Yes, I spoke about the data, the database. We have, which is Fish Scanner, and we're using emerging technologies such as the baited remote underwater visual systems, where we're sending down cameras to see how our benthics are, because with the volcanic activity, we are still seeing now that with climate change and the runoff, most of our reefs are now beginning to be covered. So where you would have had rich, nice reefs and stuff, they're all covered with volcanic ash. And so we are realizing some of the dreams or vision that we want to see in the future. And towards the future, we want, I think, one of the things that we actually want to do is to inspire the next generation, because I think yesterday when we saw that I'm basically 34 years within the government, and 13 years with CRFM, it means that we now have to build capacity and institutional capacity. And in light of the Sustainable Development Goal, from Goal 1 to Goal 17, which charts the way forward for us, we are aspiring to motivate our youths to be more interested and involved in the fisheries and ocean sector. And again, we're looking forward, not back. Thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, I'm open for questions.
Thank you very much, Ponteen. I think you have an extra minute or so. If somebody has a question for you, they can ask it, or we can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I have time for 10 questions.
You have time for a question, yes.
So, and I'd say one of the things I will do, I will recommend and just encourage persons to look out for the paper. Everything that has happened for the past 13 years, I could not deliver it within 10 minutes. So look out for paper, and the development partners also welcome your feedback, and we look forward for you guys to read the document.
So much. I'm curious to know if you have a sense of when that draft ocean policy might be, finalized.
Okay, so
what's finalization?
Well, I can say that hopefully it should be finalized this year. The draft has been submitted to the government officials, and it is now left to them. So it's how the government works. Sometimes we have to poke them to do things, but it's already done, and we're just waiting for the policymakers to say, okay, we have sent it on to the AG's chambers, but hopefully they will take it serious and prioritize this as an action plan in the future. But however, some of our development partners are fully aware of it. For example, His Majesty's government agencies, and they will be supporting us in driving the force on the ground.